It's time to make the breakfast. Let's see here. We have tortillas, we have tamales, and my all-time favorite refried beans.
Good morning, Juanita. You're here awful early? Here to make us a good breakfast, I hope.
The best one your gastrointestinal tract has ever had, Lieutenant.
I don't think the green chili peppers and pecani sauce is quite what we had in mind. How about something nutritional for a change?
I suppose low-fat frijoles, okay?
Why not? They are part of the 4 basic food groups. Or is that flautas? I always get those 2 mixed up. Anyway, have you seen our best paramedics in town this morning?
You mean Leonard and Shelley? Our only paramedics in town?
That would be the ones I'm referring to.
I passed by them on the way in from town.
North of the hill?
South of the valley.
Someone must have been smoking out at the retirement home again.
I don't know, but they weren't in no hurry.
That's our paramedics. You know, we haven't received a phone call from out there in quite a while. Why do you think that is, Juanita?
I heard they're going to bulldoze the building down next week.
Oh, really? How are those people going to enjoy life's daily experiences?
I don't know.
Oh, those poor people thrown out for survival. You know, society sure has gone to the dogs once again, Juanita.
The state will provide a place for them to live.
I'm talking about the orderlies. Now they're out of a job.
They knew the job was dangerous when they took it.
I guess you're right. Anyway, where was that call located from this morning?
I don't know, but I don't think it was in a very good part of town.
Why do you say that?
Because Haas was a little reluctant to dispatch the incident.
What? Why?
Well, you see, anytime there's an incident on the south side of the tracks, Haas is afraid our hubcaps are going to get stolen.
Haas!
Yes, Lieutenant.
Get your little hook and ladder in here now!
This new polish is good stuff, Lieutenant. The engine is shinier in my head.
Haas, you are to report any incidents that come into the station.
Did the chrome get stolen off the ambulance again?
No. Nonetheless, you are to report any emergencies that come in without hesitation.
Even if it's a life or death situation?
Especially if it's a life or death situation.
Okay. Your ex-husband called.
Which one?
He didn't say, and I didn't ask.
Well, what did he want?
Why, the number of your marriage counselor.
Well, I'm not taking any phone calls from ex-husbands today.
How about tomorrow?
Cute.
The incident commander should always follow the department's SOPs. What's SOPs?
Standard operating procedures.
I knew that. Do we have any of those, Lieutenant?
Of course we do, KP. How else would the department function without guidelines to go by?
Is this a test?
Well, howdy there, boys and girls. How's it hanging?
Are you referring to the hose or the ladder?
Well, I don't rightly know, I guess. I just came by to see what exciting adventures y'all had going on around here, and to try some of Juanita's delicious cooking.
Sorry, Frank. Fresher a donut enchiladas this morning.
Well, got some fresh coffee then, darling. Get on in there now.
There is no need to make it fresher than it already is.
Well, got the old Stone Valley beat today.
Old Stone Valley? Isn't that where the Four Seasons Rest Home is at?
Yep, but not for long. It seems the town council has passed a proposal to help cater to the elderly needs of this community.
Oh, really? What is it?
Well, they're building a graveyard. But get a load of this. They're changing the name to Tombstone Valley, a place where you can bury your troubles along with your loved ones.
My grandfather's in that home.
Oh, KP, don't worry. They're not kicking the old fogies out yet till they get the new home built.
Well, where is that new home going to be built?
Down south of the railroad tracks by that big power plant.
Well, why, we've already cited that power plant numerous times for being a fire hazard, while the wildlife alone has already been destroyed by the fumes.
Well, looks like Tombstone Valley really is going to make a killing in business then. Well, I'd like to stay around here all day and chit-chat, but I got to protect this town from Hardin and dangerous criminals, just like I used to protect it from blitzing linebackers in my heyday. Well, you guys get to play skip boat and sleep on your shift.
Oh, that's right, Frank. You better go up there and make sure there aren't any more vigilantes while we have our poker game. And I sure hope we don't have to fight any more fires because that really messes up our sleeping habits around here.
I'm sorry, Brooke. I know you firefighters work just as hard as us cops do on your shift. And besides, I know you guys are really pitching pennies around here.
Boy, he makes me so mad sometimes. I just really wish that there was a way we could stop that city ordinance and that the rest home could remain exactly where it's at and not be built next to that power plant.
Really? Don't they realize that Meals on Wheels don't go out that far?
All right, men. No offense, Brooke. Since this is a training day for all you volunteers, I'd like to introduce you to our newest volunteer firefighter, Solly Gambino. He's just relocated here from New York, and he's passed all the requirements necessary to join our department.
Did you have to study for that urine test? You'd like to throw me for a loop.
So, you moved here from New York, huh? What is your area of expertise? Organized crime?
Used car sales.
Same difference.
Solly, this is Lieutenant Brooke Bannister. She overlooks the training division of our department.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Solly.
When are you going to start looking over me?
You will be under my supervision during your training and while on duty.
You'll be in good hands with Lieutenant Bannister, Solly.
I knew I was going to like being a firefighter.
Not so fast, Solly. You have to learn how to fight the fires before attacking the flame.
How will I know when that flame gets too high?
You'll feel the heat.
Breakfast is ready.
Oh, hot diggity, I'm starved. I mean, I've got quite an appetite after responding to that injury accident call this morning.
You went on that call, Chief. What happened?
I wasn't nothing. Power plant had to be evacuated again.
Was there another fire out there?
No, somebody accidentally sat in sulfuric acid.
You know, I had a cousin once sat in battery acid.
What happened?
He learned the lyrics to La Bamba real fast.
Hey, Chief, did you know that they're going to build that new retirement home next to that hazardous dump?
Yeah, I know. Shelley and Leonard are talking to the city manager about that down at the hospital.
Why at the hospital?
Because that's where they treat patients at. Everyone knows that. Why are they at the hospital, Chief?
The city manager is the one who sat in the acid.
I bet it's a real burning issue with him now, huh?
Is that aroma I recognize? Breakfast, perhaps?
After what I've been through with that city manager, I'm in no mood for burned buns, Juanita. What is that? Have you been using those recipes from the Bean Cuisine Cookbook again? Julia Child says to use a cactus plant when mixing the oatmeal. Hey, Gestapo Gourmet, you need to stick to your other job. This is my other job. I mean your bread and butter gig. I don't work in no bread and butter place, just burger beyond. You want some fries with this?
Any word on the fate of the rest home?
The manager's perspective is skewed on the entire situation.
He doesn't see our point of view, huh?
Nope, the only view he sees is the floor. His butt's in a sling.
I bet he looks like one of them Persian cats. You know, when you pet him, kind of go like that.
When we left him, he was grinning and bearing it.
Is that an SOP term?
When my mother cashed in her chips and left me for my aging father to take care of in Chicago, I never dreamed I would be working, sleeping, and eating around the clock with ding-a-lings.
Somebody call me.
I rest my case.
Your mother, she passed away, huh?
No, she ran off with a produce truck driver in Vegas.
So you and your dying father moved here so he could spend his last days in the most spacious country of all the U.S. How touching.
I didn't say he was dying, Uncle Sam. I said he was old, and we moved here because he wanted to be close to his mother. Is she here in town?
Yeah, in a burial plot on the south side.
Well, Shello girl, we're very glad that you're a part of the Bluebonnet County Volunteer Fire Department. Population 1,989.
Hey!
And a half.
Salute!
Yippee! I haven't been so excited about working with volunteer firefighters since I slid down a razor blade into a pool of alcohol.
Be easy on a shell, old girl. It's tough having career paramedics work with us as well. We're mostly folks working oddly at other jobs, volunteering their time to become professional firefighters. Our responsibilities are different. Our training techniques are different. Our SOPs are different.
Does that mean that...
No.
I guess not.
You're right, Chief. I really didn't look at it like that. He is an oddity.
Shelley, you know we're all to work as one unit, no matter what the situation may be.
Does that mean we all get to perform mouth to mouth?
If the situation calls for that procedure, yes.
Ooh, I know I was gonna like being a firefighter chief.
Chief Sullivan, may I inquire, who is this gentleman?
Yeah, he acts like Doogie Howser on steroids.
This is Solly. He's our new team member of our first rescue unit.
Our first rescue unit? We better go back to rescuing cats from trees.
Cat rescue? Would that be under paid or volunteer?
I better go check on the city manager and see if I can persuade him to change his mind about tearing down this retirement place.
Well, how do you perceive that you will influence the highly ranked elected official, Chief Sullivan?
What are you going to say to the city manager?
Oh, I'll drop little hints of disgust.
I'm ready for breakfast.
You're in charge, Lieutenant. Why don't you guys practice your burn drills with Solly?
I can assure you, Chief, that no building will burn unless we assist in it.
That's what I'm afraid of. By the way, Brooke, your ex-husband called.
Oh, he's a nice guy, ain't he? At least the ex-husband I talked to is. He sounded almost eager about something.
You'd be eager too if you discovered 101 ways to drain your ex-wife's bank account.
It doesn't look good.
The news could be bad.
Definitely looks ugly.
You really think so, Shelley?
Yeah, KP is definitely ugly.
Okay, we're going to perform our radio response tactical exercises. KP, you are in charge of the cab engine radio. Juanita, you will be in control of the hose line operation. And Solly, you're at the control panel. You will start the water flow. Haas, can you hear me?
Yes, Lieutenant.
Tell KP where he is located.
KP, you're in the truck.
Haas! On the radio. Tell KP where he is located on the radio.
Oh.
KP, you will be acting as the incident commander, and you will tell Juanita to pull the hose line and then signal Solly to start the water flow.
Hey, Lieutenant, which thingamajig do I pull?
The one marked water. Haas, give us the 1020 of the incident.
Engine 4, incident is 2 alarm blaze at station 1.
Sorry, Lieutenant. I thought our station was on fire.
Never turn the water on until the incident commander gives you the signal. That's standard operating procedure.
I didn't see him around.
I'm the incident commander on this exercise.
Well, then why didn't you tell me to turn the water on?
Oh, I can't believe it. Humiliated by a firefighter who doesn't know his apparatus from a hole in the ground.
Sure I do. Which end is up?
Okay, let's regroup. And Solly, this time wait for KP's signal. Okay, Haas, go ahead.
Engine 4, incident is 2 alarm blaze at station 1.
Take the hose out, Juanita. Turn the water on, Solly. Turn the water on, Solly. Mr. Gambino, will you please pull that water pump?
Hold it! Solly, why didn't you activate the water flow?
Because there ain't no fire, Lieutenant.
Wait till the chief hears about this. SOPs! Great. Now I gotta go to my office and make a delivery.
What do you deliver? Chicken feed?
Chicken manure.
Archie, what expect for lunch? I'm out of here.
Hey, Lieutenant, now that they're gone, maybe you can give me a little one-on-one training.
What did you have in mind?
I thought maybe we could check out the hose lines together.
Oh, good, because I make it a point only to examine large diameter hose, not engine 3/4.
Engine 4, engine 4.
Not now, Haas.
But Lieutenant, the station's really on fire.
Oh my gosh! Solly, go turn the motor on!
What do I do, Lieutenant?
Go pound the thing of a jig!
I knew I should have thought out these tortillas a lot sooner. Well, guys, it looks like oatmeal for lunch.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Brooke Bannister.
I'm Brooke Bannister.
Miss Bannister, my name is Gabe Goldstein. I've been sent here to inform you that your ex-husband has requested your presence at the designated time and place stated in this document. You'll witness the forfeiture of the old bonding with the new.
What is this? What brought you here?
Let's just say your former husband has a surprise you won't want to miss.
What is he doing now? Advising Hillary and Bill on the healthcare tax plan? Really? Who sent you here?
One who has a different outlook on life and feels that he's finally going to receive what he so rightfully deserves.
My late husband sent you here. Oh, I knew he would try to take it with him.
No, this person is very much alive. We should not reason why things happen in life as they do. Everyone has their destiny laid out for them like a brick road, and they're free to make their choices that will affect the rest of their cheap, trashy, uneventful lives. Good day, Miss Bannister.
Who was that?
The jaws of life.
What was the gentleman's nature of business, Brooke?
Oh, one of my ex-husbands wants me to appear at some type of relinquishing of personal items.
Well, what kind of personal items?
Oh, I don't know, but I've already been wiped out so many times by ex-husbands, I'm already on the Red Cross victim relief list.
Or which former spousal unit is requesting your attendance?
Aristotle, you're not supposed to ask the lieutenant personal questions like that. What goofball is that?
Oh, I'm sure it's the one I had to explain the reproductive process to.
Lieutenant,
Not now, Italian stallion.
It seems as though the lieutenant is experiencing a domestic crisis episode.
yeah, anyway. Lieutenant, I was wondering if I responded correctly to the fire here at the firehouse.
You did exactly what I expected you would do in the given situation, Solly. What lesson do you feel you've learned?
Well, I learned how to operate the fire truck's water flow in case of an emergency, and that every person here is a link in the chain of command.
And after having this experience, is there anything else you would like to ask me?
Yes, there is, Lieutenant. Do you have a sister?
Engine 4, incident.
Not now, Haas. We've already put the fire out here at the station.
Well, if you're gonna be that way about it.
I'm sorry, Haas. What is it?
The power plant has had an explosion.
That's nice. Explosion! Sound the sirens! Get your gear, let's go! Everybody, come on!
Better take off those hubcaps.
Okay, everybody, you did a great job today at the power plant incident. I must admit, you did keep that old building from burning down once again. The chief will be proud. And I hope that now he'll be able to influence the powers that be not to build next to that hazardous dump and to allow them...
Come on, let's go. There's a fire. Come on, let's go.
Hey, P, you're a little late. We've already managed the fire without you. And next time we have a catastrophe, do you think you could try to show up? That is, if your other job will allow you to. Everybody's dismissed. But don't forget about your other chores around the firehouse. KP, come here. Take off those putrid-smelling gloves.
Okay, Lieutenant. This here's chicken manure, not putrid.
I knew he was going to say that. Hey, let's go clean the dead bugs off the windshield of the ambulance.
Oh, I hope the job will be minimal. You know how I hate bug guts. Yeah!
Hey, Lieutenant, I'm going to clean up my uniform. This dirt and grime could ruin my complexion.
Hey, Juanita, come on. Let's go finish where we left off.
Hey, you two involved in some kind of lesson plan?
No, we're just involved in a checker game.
I am not a sore loser.
Well, then how come you're leaving after I beat you 3 games to 1?
Because I have to go for a walk, because I'm tired of you telling me, crown me every 10 seconds.
I'm just keeping the rules of the game in play.
2 things I cannot stand is dumb rules and delayed dinner breaks.
How about dominoes? Best 2 out of 3?
You won.
Brooke?
Peter,
You look great.
you look taller.
Well, quit smoking.
Why are you here?
Well, I stopped by to see if you're going to make it over to the church tomorrow.
The church?
I think you better sit down. Right. I've got some exciting news. I've tried calling you, but you haven't returned any of my messages.
Well, you know, I've been very busy, Peter, fighting fires and death and destruction and everything.
I'm getting remarried.
You are what?
I am getting remarried. I've met the perfect woman. She's out in the car.
You're gonna marry a chauffeur, Peter?
I forgot your sense of humor.
I married you, didn't I?
Shay? Come in, dear. There's someone that I want you to meet. No, tell you what. Why don't you leave the gun in the car?
What was all this about you sending some lawyer over here wanting me to appear some type of relinquishing of personal items?
I wasn't a lawyer. That was a new priest from the church next door. When I told him I was having trouble getting a hold of you, he volunteered to come over here and personally invite you to witness our exchange of marriage vows. Didn't you get it?
Yeah, I got it all right.
I'd like you to meet my new fiancée, Susan Marigold.
Petey Pooh here has told me so much about you.
Really? Exactly what has Petey Pooh said?
How you sacrificially gave things to him that you wouldn't give to any other man.
That's all I had left.
I hope there's no hard feelings about our past, Brooke.
Oh, don't be silly, Peter. Why, the courtship was fun and the marriage mediocre, but the divorce was nightmare on Elm Street.
You lived on Elm Street?
May I remind you that the courts split our mutual possessions 50-50. I mean, they cut it right down the line.
Oh, and I'm sure the Bobbitts had the exact same agreement, Peter.
You know, overall, I still have to tell you that I was honored to have been your third husband, Brooke.
That's what the other 2 stooges said.
Usually 3rd time's a charm.
Well, in my case, it was 3 strikes and I'm out.
I think we better be going, dear. Remember our appointment?
We're not scheduled to meet with the counselor until later.
Oh, you can never have enough psychiatric counseling. Come on, Susie Sugar.
You're so right, Petey, sweetie.
Mwah.
I'm getting sicky quickie.
See you at the wedding, Brooke?
I hope it's a shotgun wedding.
You're those case histories you wanted, Lieutenant. Wasn't that your ex-husband, Peter?
Yes, Hoss.
He's grown a little, hasn't he?
He sure has, in his senility.
Glad to see you back from that incident, Chief. Now we've got a new dilemma. They're playing cards in the firehouse. Want me to call Officer Coleman?
Did it convince the city manager to change that ordinance?
Why don't you ask him yourself? Earl?
How you doing, JC?
Well, that's KP, Mr. Sanderblock.
Whatever. How y'all doing? Good to see you. Listen, I really appreciate y'all fighting the fires and saving our lives, and Mac, appreciate y'all saving that power plant today. In fact, I think I'm gonna change that ordinance so we won't build next to that power plant and the nursing home can stay where it's at. Now I gotta go back and have a little search and seizure.
Sounds painful.
Well, it's not too bad if you know what I mean. Gives me a chance to catch up on some of my reading.
Oh, you read comic books too, Mr. Sanderblock?
You were out in that heat a little too long, weren't you, VD?
That's KP, sir.
Whatever. See y'all.
I need a 4-letter word for carnivorous.
Go home.
G-O-A. Nope, that won't fit.
Go home, KP. Your training shift's over.
Oh, right. I'm gonna go visit my grandfather at the rest home because I got this new elderly sporting digest. It's got an article in here he's gonna love. How to get more out of bungee jumping when you're 80.
I'll see you, Chief.
Goodbye. And enjoy your bungee jumping.
Later, Chief.
Good day, Chief Sullivan.
Adios, Chief.
Unless you get a call from Hoss, I'll see you at your next training time at 0600 hours.
You mean at 6 o'clock, don't you? He means military time. 0600 hours, Einstein.
I don't have that on my watch.
Perhaps you keep the Central Standard Time, Lady Juanita.
What I do know, Leonard, it is time to eat.
Come along, miss. I'll purchase.
Does that mean he's going to buy?
Do you burn fried ice cream? Of course he's fine.
Hey, Lieutenant, now that our shift's over, how about telling me about your marriage experiences over a hot cup of coffee?
Well, I don't know if I'm ready to share my misfortunes with someone who is so explicit in details. You might find my character flaws. Besides, it would take more than one cup of coffee.
Well, I'm up for it, and I promise not to make fun of your flaws.
You know, I did write a little song as a tribute to my former husband.
Really? How does it go?
1 little 2 little 3 little idiots.
Well, another shift come and gone, eh, Chief?
Yeah, and we actually had some excitement on this one.
Ain't it great that the city manager decided not to tear down the retirement home after all?
Yeah, and I forgot to tell everybody the other good news.
Oh, what's that?
The power plant's going to be demolished. They're going to build a brand new place for the elderly. They're going to call it Tombstone Valley.
Really?
Yeah.
You go ahead, Chief. I'll alert everybody for the next training session.
Okay, Hoss. I'll catch you later.
Good night, Chief.
Yeah. Good night.
Attention Kmart shoppers. There's a special in the firehouse today. Half off our oatmeal.
Oatmeal? I love oatmeal. I can smell it already.
Oh, no.
Those poor people thrown out into this environment to their survival.
I thought that was a fireman term.
Hey, Chief, did you know they were going to build that new retirement home next to that fabulous fire dump?
You should stick to your other job.
This is my other job.
I meant your bean and bread job.
I'm ready for breakfast.
You read comic books too, Mr. Clay? You read comic books too, Mr. Westcott?
You were around that heat a little too long, weren't you, BD? Son of a bitch.
2 things I can't stand. Dumb rules and delayed dinner breaks.
And how about dominoes? Best 2 out of 3. Best 2 out of 3?
You want?
Excuse me. Looking for Brooke Bannister. Ah, Miss Bannister. I've been sent here to inform you that you're...
Really? Who sent you here?
One who has a deep understanding of life and appreciates all that you've been, but now he's going to change the line because he's still screwing it up.
KP!